What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond, and welcome to Thorium Gaming. We're back with episode 19 of Light of the Azure, after a short break. The first week that we were off, I was kind of out of town, and it was really bad, but I didn't have the time to get in on everything. It was unfortunate. And then last week, my recording software decided to go haywire on me, because there was an update, and it just didn't work right. So just to refamiliarize ourselves with what we're doing right now, we have defeated the two large Chaos armies that are coming in. We of course have forces up to the north that are moving down to try and help out. Whether or not Agnew is going to get down in here or not, I don't know, but we can do a lot to stunt what's left of the Skaven armies as we're going through. Of course, this Skaven stack still has a lot of troops, including some really nasty Poison Wing Globuladiers, but they're out of siege weapons. The other army has a lot of Storm Vermin, which are the elite of the Skaven forces, and yeah, they have a lot of Night Runners, some Gutter Runners, Slingers. We do have some forces in place. Arathond, of course, with Mom the Doge. Some Silver Helms and a Flamespire Phoenix are blocking them right now. And Phoenix's army, with some Eagle Claws, Spearmen, Archers with light armor, and Illyrian Reavers are going to come in from behind and try to finish this army off. The big things I'm worried about here are the Poison Wing Globuladiers, which we're probably going to let the Phoenix deal with. He'll do some flybys, and we'll see if we can decimate them. The Gutter Runners with Poison do worry me, but the rest of the force is mostly clan rats. We've taken out most of the big monsters and the other things that were in there, so I'm not too worried. Then we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with this Storm Vermin heavy army. They do have some normal clan rats and all that sort of stuff, but they're fairly tough. They're unit rank 3 almost across the board. Same here, except for the Gutter Runners with Poison, which are extremely tough. Our one advantage is Thrin, their warlord, is extremely hurt, and while Phoenix himself is not in the greatest shape right now, nor are his unit stacks, we got a couple of Eagle Claws. And some Illyrian Reavers. Those will definitely do some work, and of course Arathrond and his units are full health and ready to get in on a fight. But we're not going to start off with this right away. Auric is of course getting some Swordmasters, Archers, and Great Eagles, probably to deal with these guys. And if they do end up coming closer or engaging on a fight, I hope they can't reach Auric's Glittering Tower right now. And I am recuperating in Lothern. The garrisons at each one of these individual places is pretty significant. The Glittering Tower is very heavily fortified. And Lothern, of course, they're not going to take Lothern. 3 units of Dragon Princess and a Moondragon. Lothern is pretty safe from these two armies. And of course, Lothern's the closest one to them, so we're going to try and take them out. We do have some settlements that are available to be upgraded now, because we have a significant amount of money. And Vol's Anvil is actually worth upgrading. It's going to cost us 4,800, dropping us under 10 grand total, but I'm okay with that. Don't really want to upgrade Tor and Rock. We do have an imminent rebellion in the Broken Lands, but we've pretty much written these guys off. And then we have the good Chaplain all the way up in the northwest, who's going to be going and assaulting Nagarond. With any amount of luck, we will be able to take the walls here.
My prowess is needed.
So Chaplain, do some good work up there. That should end up nicely for us. I'm tempted, I am really tempted to try and confederate with another set of elves, but we recently confederated with other things, so it may not be an option right now. Tyrannoc is just one little island state right now. Avalorn is where I really want to confederate, but their reputation with us is pretty low and it's deteriorating quickly. We do have some influence, so we're going to try and spend that to reverse the trend here. We'll actually hit it twice. That'll increase them overall.
Guardian.
This is what I'm kind of worried about. If we are able to knock this army out without too many losses, we should be fine. Our archers should do a lot of work, and our eagle claws will definitely reap a tally on the ratmen. If we lose too many troops, it could be a tough fight, especially since Agnew, while currently on his way down here, is a little far away. Now, Agnew's forces, are you in march stance? You are in march stance, so hopefully he can get down here and help deal with this stack. We might have to rely on Auric to go out and finish the job. But for this, we're going to go in and start this off right.
The Asur follow strength.
It's going to be a tough fight. We have about equal number of troops, just ours are significantly hurt, and we're only getting a few reinforcements. Granted, they are heavy reinforcements, but they are still very few in number. And if we can take the high ground and force the Ratmen to come to us, that'd probably be better. You know what? I'm not going to gamble on a 20. I like the Winds of Magic being there. And of course our reinforcements are coming in from behind, so that will give us a pretty decent advantage. First things first though, let's group our Eagle Claws. Get them set up on this ridge. That was the wrong button. Okay, so we're looking at a lot of clan rats. It's a little bit of a disconcerting situation. Let's send our Illyrians over into the forest. We can get them to go after the Poisonwing Globuladiers as soon as they show up. Let's group our archers and our spearmen. I don't like keeping the Eagle Claws completely exposed on that flank, but I don't really want to move them. Over here they'd be blocked by the forest. This is pretty much the best place for them. I do, however, want to get our archers in a place where they can do a lot more damage. So as the Ratmen come to us, they're going to get peppered with arrows. And then we can slide in from the flank with what spearmen we have, which isn't a lot. And we'll leave Phoenix right with the group. Your job, my friend, is to go after their lord. So we can't really see what's going on with them right now. Let's swap our Eagle Claws over to something else. Let's get our Silver Helms and our Flame Heart. Flame Spire, I should say. Phoenix coming in, and we'll get our heroes coming in from behind as well. As soon as our archers are within range, we're gonna hope that they can decimate the enemy ranks. Where are those Poisonwing Globuladiers? That's what we want to hit. Let's have our Illyrians come in from the side and hit these Storm Vermin. Right now, the big thing is to break the enemy's morale as best we can. Now, it looks like their leader is going right after Erethrond. Mama Doge has Apotheosis, which is definitely a bonus for us. But we need to get her closer. And let's rush our spearmen out to engage these guys. Right now, the big thing for us is to try and kill as many people as we can early on. That's going to be a really good bombing run for our Phoenix. Right now, it's a battle of morale. The quicker we break them, the better off we're going to be. And like I said, our archers are doing some major work. Let's have our Magister cast Apotheosis over there. Of course, we're going to leave Erethrond to deal with Thrin, who is now down. So all of the enemy Ratmen that flee, they're gone for good. Looks like we're going to devastate this army pretty badly. They can no longer regroup. So let's begin again with the crushing. See how many of these storm vermin we can actually drop. Our spearmen are taking some massive hits right in the center here, but their stack should survive. I mean, they have all of our archers and now a phoenix charging into them. And with their leader gone, they will break and run very significantly. And there's an easy early victory. That went a lot smoother than I thought it was going to. Whew. So way to go, Phoenix. We only lost 61 soldiers. And while that's still too many, for that 61 we traded off for 504, including a warlord. Which I am not too broken up about. That destroys an army stack and effectively ends the threat of that entire army stack. I want to keep these guys as close as possible together. We do not know what this stack is going to do, and if they come after us, we are going to have to engage them. I know we're going to have a lot of problems going on in the west, but there's nothing we can really do. And right now we are currently researching arcane studies, so our lore masters of Hoeth and our mages are going to be better. We're going to let that ride and see what happens on our next turn. Of course, the Order of Lore Masters are still working out down south. Finally started getting decent reputation with them, but our next big goal is to get Avalorn on board. Avalon. Mystical Island for King Arthur, which makes sense if you look at the Bretonnian lore in this game, since they're based off Arturic legend. And I still have yet to try out the Tomb Kings. I was really tempted to grab that X-Pack this week, but I've had other plans and other things to work on. And this episode's probably going up a little bit earlier in the day than usual. This is going to be tough. I was hoping that we could get another turn or two to defend. If we have to withdraw, we have to withdraw. But right now, we're going to fight this battle, and we're going to try to hold back, let them come to us, and see what we can do to eliminate them from range. The only things that really worry me in this force are those Reaper bolt throwers. They're just as effective as our Eagle Claws. Do we want to gamble on 15? That's the real question. I know this hilltop's going to be our place, but... oh, no, we're going to start deployment. I cannot, in good faith, justify gambling on a 13 or 15. So we're going to set those up there. Our Illyrian Reavers, that are archers, just put them off to the side there for now. Of course, Chaplain Grimaldus on his Moondragon now, PC, and Sinina. Sinina's probably going to get a workout in this, considering she has Soul Quench and Fiery Convocation. Two spells that are definitely worth their weight in gold. The big idea here is to try and get as many of the Druchii to cross the open ground between us as possible, and shoot them to high heaven before they get to us. We still have a unit of Illyrian Reavers, which we're going to place off this side. And we want to use the chariots as a mobile force. And let's take our two monstrous flyers, put them right there. Now, as for these Illyrian Reaver archers, let's put them here. We'll start it up and see what we got. So I don't want to do anything right off the bat. So we're going to pause real quick and find out where those Reaper bolt throwers are. Those are Black Ark Corsairs, Cold One Dread Knights. There's a lot in here that is definitely worrying, but those are the Reaper bolt throwers. They are the most devastating thing in the enemy force. We're going to send the chariots. Are these archer chariots? No, it's just a regular chariot. The Black Dragon does really worry me. But But I'm hoping the good chaplain can take care of that without too much trouble. Don't know what we're going to do with the Great Eagle just yet, but we're going to try for some bombing runs with our Phoenix, and we're going to keep the Great Eagle back and let everyone else just shoot. So let's see how this works out to start with. I know we're going to lose some units to shooting. It's kind of an inevitability. But if we can limit the casualties to just our forward flankers, shouldn't be too bad. Now the idea with the Phoenix is that I want to bomb as many of their high value units as we can. Get a few good bombing runs in that should do some significant damage to the enemy force. Then we can pull the Phoenix out of there and let him come to us. Let's pull these Illyrian Reavers back. Our archers have taken some hits, but it's not too bad. We can get them to deal with those Cold One Knights that are coming in. They are getting shot by the Reaper Bolt Throwers, though, which is a little worrying. But if they effectively split the enemy force up a little bit, that's okay. And pull those Illyrians back.
Ready and eager.
Gotta be especially careful with what we're doing right now. A Black Dragon does worry me, but if we can thin out the enemy forces enough, we should be okay. This is for a pretty big prize. That unit is pretty isolated. Let's see if we can go in and charge it down a little bit. Those Cold One Knights are going to be shot to pieces by our archers. Hopefully these Corsairs suffer the similar fate.
Upward mage. Scython, hear me.
Looks like we cast that spell just a little too late. You only caught the rear of those forces. But good chaplain, go in and breathe on them.
Illyrian Reavers. Asurian advance.
It looks like they kind of broke through our spear line pretty quickly. That was a miscalculation on my part. I forgot that the Lothern Sea Guard do not automatically swap to melee. But those Dread Knights shouldn't be too much of a problem. These Blackguards of Nagaron, though, they are definitely an issue. If we can get those archers to withdraw, that would be great. And the Sea Guard, we're going to swap them over to melee. Get them up into this fight. How are our other set of archers doing? They've kept the Black Dragon out of combat. We're going to just leave them how they are. We're going to toss some healing power there. That's well outside of our range. Just throw a fiery complication down there. And Chaplain Grimaldus, go and breathe on them over there. Those fires definitely hurt the enemy. PC, you want to get in on the fight?
Scython, hear me.
Ifilmar chariots. Orders received. Asur, attack!
There's still an enemy behind us. I just don't see it.
Orders received. As you say.
Let's get all our archers up there shooting at the proper direction. And their death hag is in the middle of the forces. So let's give her a dragon and see how it works out. I'm going to pull the Great Eagle and the Phoenix over to deal with some stuff in the center here. Looks like one of our spearmen units is rallying.
Advance! Battle ready.
That death hag is definitely not long for this world, not with the good chaplain and a dragon right on her face.
Asur, withdraw!
This fight is still very much in the balance, though. Don't want to get too cocky just yet. Let's see if we can pull the Phoenix and the Great Eagle out. We are losing troops. But their forces are in a little bit of a bunch. See if we can hit them with another fiery convocation and deal with them that way. Toss a healing spell onto our chariots.
Withdraw! Ever loyal.
And Chaplain, oh, let's actually get you to breathe on that Blackguard unit first.
Order.
Then we'll get you to charge those Corsairs.
Without fail.
Oh, looks like they are out of arrows. And PC is really hurting, and it looks like he's fallen a bit.
Abjure! Bend to my will! Manlui, Orior, Manlui!
Our flyers are getting routed a little bit.
For duty.
I don't know if PC died. I don't think he can physically die in this, but
Agree.
Outward
does
mage!
not help. And we are out of magic on those ones. Let's use Arcane Conduit, see if we can restore everything.
Guardian of
And the good
order.
chaplain's gonna kind of rampage through their forces a little bit. Those are just archers. He should be able to handle a fair bit of them. Our Phoenix is back up in the air, so you're going to go after the Reaper, and you're going to go after that Reaper. And that Illyrian Reaver Archer unit is still doing work. I cannot believe that. They've tied up that dragon this entire fight. That is quite impressive. Sanina is in combat now, though, which is less good. Our front line is essentially collapsed.
Withdraw. We will obey.
So we're definitely not in a good position. Where is their other leader? I know the good chaplain's going to take some work for us and decimate the units in here. There is their sorceress. If we can take her out, this should be a lot easier.
Orders understood. March.
Chaplain's getting shot up pretty bad. This is the second time we've tried to take Nagaron and it hasn't really worked.
Throw back.
But we are routing the Blackguard.
Mage!
Throw back.
Manlui, Orior, Manlui!
Shame that you can't use Fiery Convocation in melee, which would be really helpful right now.
Winds of magic rise!
Any of our spearmen that are still left, let's get you guys back into the fight along with our Lothern Sea Guard.
Son of Ulfwood. March.
Maintaining order! I go
Sabina,
then.
get out of there! Routing is looking like a better and better choice all the time. The Illyrian Reavers are definitely the hero of the match. They've been taking pot shots at a Black Dragon this entire round. They've been doing a fair amount of work. Hoping this won't actually kill Chaplain. Not that he can actually die, but I'm hoping to rout these Blackguard. Do significant damage to them. They are a fairly weakened unit. All their Blackguard units are weakened. It may just be Chaplain running from fight to fight, just dragoning people. Because I'm not going to break their morale, I don't think. Broke one Blackguard unit, but that was a little much.
We will obey, as you say.
What orders?
And with all those arrows coming in, it's definitely not helping Chaplain out. We almost need a second and third army stack to deal with these things. Now I know the archers, with any luck, they won't be able to do much.
Archers!
Again, it might just be Chaplain Grimaldus doing a bunch of work on his own. I think those Reavers basically run away from that dragon, but not towards us. We need them to lead that guy all the way off the other side of the map.
Ever loyal.
They're definitely the heroes of this map. But, oh, there comes the Black Dragon, and he's probably going to go for Chaplain. I think it's time to straight up withdraw. Yep, and we've lost this fight. $897 losses. We still destroyed a lot more. It would have been nice if we would have been able to have a couple more turns and engage in a siege battle. But that's actually okay.
The winds are mine.
And of course, PC is not dead yet. Though that army stack did get devastated. I'm more worried about what the Skaven are going to do on our island. We might just have to pull the good Chaplain back and just try to outpace the Dark Elves. You better not be coming to Ulthuan. Engine Bolt. I love some of the Skaven names. They're just some of the most goofy and silly things ever. Oh, your allies are at war with each other. This is definitely a tough one. Well, we want Avalorn, so we're going to have to stay with them. Why now? Why did you have to go to war now? Especially with Yvres. That's just... That definitely set us back a little bit. It's not going to be nice. And now... the Yvresian elves that we were all fond and happy when they were destroying the pirates of Sartosa are once again at war with us. We may just have to go elf on elf violence and wipe them out this time, depending on what happens with the Skaven this turn, because they have yet to act. A lot of combat for a single turn, really. Can't believe that Negron sallied forth. That was unfortunate. A few extra turns building up, we would have been able to take Negron itself. The dragon probably would have come down to us, we would have shot it up, and it would have just been a general easy time. I think eventually we might take Sartosa itself. That definitely wouldn't hurt. Maybe we should pull Chaplain back and start hitting the Southlands a little bit more. Pretty sure we can't take Negorond right now in the state it's in. I might download the Tomb Kings after this. Because, well, I've been curious, and they look interesting, and Kalida's in the army list as a playable character, so there's that. She is a really, really cool character, according to the lore. So the Dark Elves who started their ritual before us are probably going to get it off. We should probably move the good Chaplain back to Grond and build up some better troops. A couple of dragons, maybe something along those lines. And are you going to try and take the Glittering Tower? You're going to try and take the Glittering Tower. A lot of combat this turn. That is a massive army list. Auric, all by himself. Don't worry, Auric, you've got 843 more elves rushing to your defense, even as we speak. Alright, so we have a prince who's a melee specialist. We've got Auric, another prince, which is awesome. Got a few unit of Lothern Sea Guard. You know, this is a fairly effective garrison army. Not really certain what part of the enemy army worries me the most. Where's the best hilltop? Set our Eagle Claws up there and set them to volley fire. Put our spearmen down front here. Get our Lothern Sea Guard, and we're going to stretch them out across the front line. And we're going to take our 2 units of regular archers, put them there. Auric, I want you on the left flank, and Laroom, I'm going to put you on the right flank. And then our Illyrian Reavers, of course, are going to do some major damage. What am I worried about in this army? They've got Storm Vermin, Clan Rats with shields, Clan Rat spears, Night Runners, Warp Fire Throwers, Storm Vermin Sword and Shield, and their Plague Seer. We also know that they have a unit of Night Runners with poison. But the first things first, those Warp Fire Throwers need to be destroyed. So our Illyrian archers are going to do that, and they're already under attack by magic. Definitely sucks a bit. But I believe our Illyrians are going to get a rather large tally this fight. In fact, that unit is going to start hitting these Storm Vermins with halberds right there. The Warp Fire is almost done. As the Ratmen approach the bow line, they are definitely getting chewed up. See how long we can keep them in archery mode before it becomes an issue.
It shall be done.
Now let's pause really quick. We'll send this unit of spearmen there. This one there. Those Sea Guard there. Basically all along the line they're going to charge in. Prince is going to hit there. And Auric, you're going to go there. We're going to swap our Eagle Claw over to single shot and go after their Warp Seer. We're going to send our Illyrians after him as well. Let's have our archers target the Gutter Runners with poison. This is a contest where their infantry forces just straight up do not match ours. So Ulthuan is looking pretty secure at this point. And they have spawned some enemy units over here. Let's get our archers turned to hit those gutter runner slingers. Let's have our Illyrian archers bomb down here and go after those night runners.
Orders understood. Ready and able.
And we have wiped out their leader, which means their morale is rapidly going to deteriorate and basically disappear. And there we go. Vile Ratmen defeated. That was a lot of fighting for just one turn. And we only lost 40 elves, but we killed a lot of Ratmen. Even 40 elves is too much. But Alchemist Spark is gone. Forced labor on them. I'm pretty sure that army stack should disappear now. Oh, it didn't. So we're going to have one more fight. That's going to be pretty awesome. Single turn we had 3 fights, 2 wins, 1 loss. Granted, the loss does not exactly dissuade me any, because Chaplain was fighting a very, very large settlement.
Definitely not.
So there's some Dark Elves there that are trying to retake their homeland. And Senina. What are we going to give you? You have Fiery Convocation. You're basically just ready. You know what? Let's give you Hand of Glory. Actually, where's the reset button on here? Used to be. There it is. Let's give you a horse. Make you a little bit more mobile. That's good. Let's see. Chaplain, can you get back to Grand in a turn?
Entering the garrison.
Should be able to. At least get to the garrison. We need you to start building up an army and actually fighting for everything. But you're within reinforcement range, so that works. Now, Erythrond, we're going to get you to move there.
Lethal grace.
Orc, your new force. Get you to
Asur,
move there.
Prince of Elfwan.
And this is definitely going to be a crushing defeat for these Skaven. It is outside the boundaries of what I want to fight, so we're just going to annihilate them.
Elfwan triumphant.
We didn't really lose a lot. We
Restrain
lost more
them.
than I'd like,
And
but
honor.
that takes care of the invasions on our island.
Protector of Elfwan.
Now we have a different problem that's coming up. Well, Phoenix, I have to go stereotypical. You're going to get Phoenix Guards, so you're going to go dedicated to Azuran. But we have a bigger problem now.
Elfwan triumphant.
Yvres is at war with us. So what I want you to do, Phoenix, you're going to go to Angerial, restore your troops a bit, and take Port Elistor. Oric, you're going to go back into the Glittering Tower, and we're going to get you some more troops. Now, let's make you slightly harder to hit for this level. Erythrond, not really sure what I want to do with you yet. We're going to give you a sword player just because we can. Well, the Doge, we're going to give you Lilius Blessing. This army stack is going to go out west, probably to Torsathai. Agnew, now that your forces are no longer needed, go to Tor Anrock and make sure this Druki ship doesn't come after us. It's a pretty big deal right there.
I serve the king.
So Oric, what can we get you this turn? We have 6 recruiting options. We're making 4 grand a turn. Let's get you another couple of units of archers. A couple of units of bolt throwers. Actually, we need some spearmen to hold the line. You have sword masters, but I don't want to leave you without them, so let's get you a couple of spearmen. I'm going to start rebuilding my army. Of course, the 2 big things that are going into it. We don't have Star Dragons available to us just yet, unless we do global recruitment. No, we don't, actually. That kind of sucks. So I'm going to grab a Sun and a Moon Dragon. That'll cost us a fair bit in upkeep, but I'm okay with that for now. And I'll take care of them for this turn. Really want to upgrade a lot of settlements right now. The damaged buildings. Slaver's Point, might as well repair them. The Druki are just going to raise them again, or the rebellion's going to take them over. Which is pretty much inevitable at this point.
Our
The good
buildings
chaplain's
lie in
going
ruin.
home, but now we have a war with Yvres to do, which really sucks.
Lord of the Phoenix,
Can
I
we
will
get you
hear
guys
your
to
petition
confederate with
and
us?
consider it carefully. Unwise.
Not just yet. Alright, well that kind of sucks. Do you know, guys, it's going to be a little bit short this week. I have an awful lot to do. I'm sorry that the first week back to Light of the Azure, we get a single turn with a few fights in, and that's it. But I do have a lot to do before tomorrow, and I gotta do my 9 to 5 in the morning, so unfortunately I just can't keep carrying on this week. But next week we are going to be back, and we're going to get a little bit more done. Probably going to send Auric to the Southlands to start taking names down there. But if you did like the video, guys, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, see your name pop up in one of these Let's Plays, or just be part of our community, just hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video comes up. And remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.